Sydney's frozen again.
I thought she got
my Wi-Fi isn't working
I
apparently.
thought she got like an Ethernet cord.
Well, hi everybody.
Hi.
Welcome to the discussion for the third book in An Ember and the Ashes series, The Reaper at the Gates. Imagine me not having my copy and not being prepared. My copy's over there. Hold on. Let's put up. Oh, not the Peppa. Let's put up Peppa. Hold please.
Peppa. I don't have a physical copy. Sorry.
This is all I can offer.
This is
Okay, here it is.
There you are.
You guys see how I always match the little thingies to the books?
We love the effort.
I appreciate that.
Yep, we're going to be discussing this book today. Oh, there's a comment. I was on the banner, so I didn't see.
Oh, I'm on the private comments. Hold on. Hi. There you go.
Okay. I feel like it's always hard to do non-spoiler thoughts for these books.
Yeah.
Because it is a series. But it's fun. Okay.
Well,
So,
I think, do you ever just feel like something's too sad? Like nothing is ever going right, and then you just feel like despondent, like you have no hope. Yeah, that's how I felt.
yes. Not using big words, despondent. My parents are always like, Deja, how come you don't know how to spell even though you read? And I'm like, I don't know. Oh, Sydney will be back.
Okay, because she was like frozen for the straight 5 minutes.
I didn't take her out. She just left completely.
Oh, and maybe because her internet's not cooperating.
So,
Did it come back?
non-spoilery thoughts. Nicole, what did you rate it?
4.5 stars.
That rounds up to 5.
Yeah, but I didn't like on Goodreads. I didn't want to put the full 5. There was a couple things that I wanted from this book, and I feel like I didn't get it. And again, I was very sad, so I was just like, I couldn't be the full 5. 4.5.
But then you just put the actual rating in the thing.
Yes, I did.
Yes, but then it rounds up to 5. That's math. That's math. Man. It's math.
Math doesn't apply to ratings.
Ooh, Christmas tree.
Oh.
I don't know. My Wi-Fi up in the office was not working. So now we have lower quality, but it might work now.
Yeah, no, it's fine.
Okay, good.
Okay, well, Samantha, what's your rating and non-spoilery thoughts?
I gave it 4.5 as well.
Okay.
I think it would have been higher, but it took me ages to read it just because I wasn't really like in a reading mood. But I read like the last 150 pages like really quickly, and that stuff was just crazy. So yeah, but 4.5, I think.
Most definitely picked up and got intense the last half of the book.
Yeah, definitely.
Sydney?
I kind of already mentioned it to you, Deja, but like this, like in the past lives, I've said that there's been nothing really wrong with the first 2 books for me, but I just after they were both done, like I didn't get that feeling that was like, oh my God, 5 stars, that was incredible. But I still enjoyed it. But this was the first book that I finished it, and I was like, oh my God, 5 stars. Like it was so good. Like, okay, I would agree with Samantha though, because like I had trouble getting into it. Just because it was just me. Like I just wasn't in the mood. But once I like got over myself and actually started paying attention, I was like, oh yeah, it was really good. Hi, Lisa.
I also gave this book 5 stars. I mean, it might change lower. I always change my ratings all the time. Like, literally, so many things throughout the year. I'm like, let me go back to this random book I read back in April, and I don't think it's actually a 4. I think it's a 4. So I'm going to change it. So it might be. But the ending really popped off. Like, I thought the ending popped off in the last book. No. Just kidding. It was this ending.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. I don't know if the whole book itself was like 5 stars, but just the fact that the plot twist.
Oh gosh.
I legitimately never saw it coming, and just the emotions that I felt for those 5 minutes that my jaw was on the ground was enough for me to be like, that like props to this book and this.
For real.
Seriously.
Definitely. Oh my gosh, wait. The gnat. No, land on something.
She's been trying to
kill. There's a gnat in my room and I keep trying to kill it, but it keeps not landing on anything. Okay, so then also I have a thing where we can rank them. Let's rank them.
Oh, okay.
Think about it. Okay.
Okay.
I have to think.
Oh, I wasn't prepared.
Oh no.
You gave it 5 stars. The rating it deserves.
The ending.
That ending wasn't prepared. I heard that if you think this one is crazy, the 4th one is crazy, the whole thing. And my friend said it's her favorite book of all time. The 4th book.
Really?
Dang, really?
I'm so excited, but also so scared to read the last
I'm very scared. I'm very scared. I feel like
Me too.
I'm not ready.
I don't. Yeah.
Okay, I'm trying to.
If nobody else is ready, I'll go first. I think for me,
Yeah.
I think the first book I gave it 4.5.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like no, I think I gave it 5. I think the first book is still my favorite, then this book, then the second book. Just because the first book I was like intrigued the whole time. I was like, what's going? And I really like trial elements, so I really like that I had a trial in it.
Yeah.
But they're both 5 stars for me. I'm watching the gnat. I'm sorry.
You're fine.
If you see me looking, it's like because of the gnat. Which was your favorite? Which is my least favorite? Yep, I heard not ready. But I heard that it ends in a way that's like satisfying. So that's good.
But I feel like we're gonna be put through
it.
Yeah, we're gonna be put through some terrible things. That's probably gonna put this book like, oh, you thought this was bad? Just wait until I have this for you, and then also, hopefully we get some sort of semblance of a happy ending. Is that too much?
2018. So the people who read this had to wait over 2 years for the 4th book.
Wow, I couldn't imagine.
I could not.
I read it last year, and I was just like, oh man.
Okay.
Okay, now I'm in order for me to rank them. I know the first book was the trials. What was the big thing in the second book? Oh, was it Cop Prison? Was that really that was it?
Oh yeah, I guess that was the big thing. Honestly, the second book is a blur for me.
I know. I think I gotta do 3rd, 1st, 2nd.
Okay, I feel like that's valid.
Because I love the trials of the first one, and that's really like that like, is that a trope? I don't know. That trope, that concept is like one of my favorite things. Hold on.
Yeah. I also liked in the first book, like I feel like this one and the second one were kind of slow in the beginning, but the first one popped off so quick. Yes. The first scene, she was like, "We're here. We're gonna murder people.
We're being attacked, and we gotta run."
Yep.
Like from the second chapter, like Elias's first chapter, I remember being like, "What? Oh no,
what?" No. Okay, Samantha, what's your ranking?
I think I'm gonna rank the first one as my top, just because I love trials and books. It's like my favorite thing to read about. And then this one for sure, and then this Torches last for me at the moment.
Okay, so me, Nicole, and Samantha all have the same one. Interesting. Okay, well, I don't think that there's anything else that we can not spoil. So if you haven't read the book or the series, you should read it.
Yes.
But
100%.
You should probably read the 4th book too, because you're going to want it. But that's it. So bye if you're here and you didn't read it.
And you don't want to be spoiled.
That's 1st and 2nd. 2nd is the weakest to me. Okay.
Yeah.
I put favorite character changed and least favorite character.
Oh, man. I mean, it's always been Elias.
Name. It's always been Elias for me, but in this book, I was like, Elias, what?
Yeah.
Why are you doing this?
I felt so betrayed.
I was like, you can't. Stop. But I also, a character that I noticed that I really liked in this was Harper.
Harper.
Me too.
Yes. Yes.
Oh, at the
I
end,
didn't all say Harper. I was like, I love him. He's so good.
Oh my
That
gosh.
scene, though,
I don't
where,
know,
like,
man. I don't know.
when he
Harper.
kissed Helene,
Okay.
when he kissed Helene, and then Helene was like, on the blood strike. Don't play.
Oh, I
And he
know.
was like, he was like for real macking on her, and then
Yes,
was like,
ma'am.
yes, he said, yes, blood strike, sir. And I was like,
But I like the line before that. Like he's leaning in to kiss and he stops. He's like, only if you want to. And I'm just like, oh, the consent. The consent.
rankings 4, 2, 1, 3. Oh my gosh,
Up there. Interesting.
But yeah, this is the person that said that Justice is the one that said the fourth book is like one of her favorites of all time.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I really like Harper, and Helene I do like more in this book, I will say.
There was
Yes.
always-
Oh my gosh, Helene.
Hold on. There was always a part of me that still never trusted Harper. Like I just couldn't get over. Like I understand. Like I still liked him, and I wanted to trust him 100%, but I just couldn't because he was originally with the Commandant. So I was like, right? Wasn't he?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well-
okay. I was like,
By that line though, I'm just like, okay, all right, I'm here. Like by that line, I'm just like, okay, you got me. You got me.
4, 2, 1, 3. This is the same as Aries, as
Oh.
Justice.
Oh.
4, 2, 1, 3. Interesting.
Man, I love the third one. What the hell?
I know. I really like the third one too.
Yeah.
No, I feel like let me try and think of my least favorite character.
Um,
Okay, the brother though, like where was he?
Exactly.
Where was the brother? They did all of this.
Oh,
Darren. Where did he go?
yeah.
That was one of my issues. Darren, yeah.
Where did he?
well, he was just
disappear?
I can't. I don't even know where he went. I legit don't even
Sleeving.
know where he went.
Like, I really don't know. You say her ranking is good because it's the same as yours. Did anyone in the comments know where he went? Because I don't think it's ever said. Like, he was there in the beginning and then he's gone. And I was like,
He like stayed with Musa and was like making Sarek steel.
Yeah.
So like they just left him behind.
oh. I just
He's like, bye.
Yeah.
he just had no relevance. I'm like, they did all of this work to get you, and you're gone.
And you're
I feel like he wasn't really like an important character in the beginning of the book either. Like
No,
before
he wasn't.
left him, he was just kind of there, and it was like I get that he's her brother, but I'm like,
Exactly. We literally didn't care about him.
mhm.
Because he was traumatized. You know what? He needs to grow up because everybody else was fine.
everybody else is fine. Just trying to save the empire. I mean, come on.
You were
I literally
get over it.
think about Cook. Cook literally killed her own family, and she was out here being a boss still. And he still was like, I'm traumatized. Let me make steel. You ain't surviving in this world, honey, because
Well, I feel like we would have gotten more from his character if we had maybe like some points of view chapters from him. But I was like, that's what I was kind of like looking for in this third book. I was like, great, he's rescued. Like, we'll get some, POV, like what happened to him, what's up with this Sarek Steel, how do you even make it, what's going on? And then we didn't get any of that.
I'm with you.
but was Cook not tortured in prison?
Give him some slack. Honey was tortured.
But was Cook not tortured in prison? Was Elias not tortured? Was Elias not tortured his whole life? His whole life. He was abandoned. And then he was taken to be raised to be a mask. That is a torture to me. His own mom hates him.
That is so different.
Their parents hates everyone.
I'm just saying, like, I really expected more. And so I understand, yes, he's traumatized, but everybody else has gone through traumatic events and they're fine. I wouldn't say fine, but they're doing their thing.
They're doing
Not
their thing. Yeah.
everyone handles things the same, Deja.
But I know, like, I should come slack because I don't even want to be in this world. No, please, no thanks.
Oh yeah, no,
No.
I wouldn't survive.
I would. It's the same with the apocalypse. I don't want. I don't want it. Just kill me. 4, 2,
I would have felt like it would have been a little bit more if Darren had some chapters, but then also like Cook. like Cook like legit like had to like she murdered her own family to do what she had to do. Exactly. And just thinking back on all of her lines in the first 2 books and how she was talking bad about Laya's mom when really she was talking about herself because she literally just hates herself for what she had to do. And that was just like, oh, Cook. I felt so bad.
Sorry, Cindy, go ahead.
I love Cook.
Yes.
Yeah. And she sacrificed herself. I was like, no. I was like, no, don't do it. Don't do it.
I know. She's like, I love you, Laya. And then tell Darren I'm proud of it. I was like, stop it. Stop. I can't handle this anymore.
She's like, little Laya. And I was like, because I was listening to the audiobook and all the names made her stutter.
Yeah, she was getting so frustrated. She was so mad at herself. Like, this was like the most important thing. She had to tell her daughter that she loved her and she can't. And she was so angry with herself that she couldn't like say it without stuttering. I'm like, honey, it's okay. It's okay.
That's exactly what I said. I was like, I don't want point of view chapters from Darren. He would just cry all the time.
Okay, I agree for where the plot went. He couldn't have been in it, but I was like, they rescued him for what? Rescued him for what?
I feel like he's gonna be really important in the next book.
But he learned how. You weren't getting to learn how.
He did learn how. He did. During the whole flashback, I don't think I cried. But I've cried at like 1 book this year, so.
Yeah, well,
how Cook is now. Yes.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, just that reading that line where she was like when the necks like broke, I was like, oh.
Yeah.
That hurt me.
I know. I like was listening to the audiobook and I was like, wait a second. I was like, hold on. Let me go back because let me get the book. Let me go back because did I just hear what I thought I heard say?
Exactly. I did not hear that. Let me read it again so you can kind of fix yourself. So I don't have to read that again.
Yeah. That must have been interesting for you, Nicole, because you did reread the first 2 books knowing who Cook was.
Yeah. And I had to just sit here.
Okay, yes, but like the Empire is gone now anyways. I mean, she's probably not fully gone, but like she's kind of rough right now.
Yeah.
She's in a rough state.
And also I felt like all of these characters are very like reactive to what's happening with Karis and the Nightbringer. It's just like they're trying so hard to get like ahead of the game and it's literally all they can do just to kind of catch up to where they're at, because especially that one scene where Helene goes to and I can't think of the name of this town or wherever, and the storm comes in and like destroys all their ships, and then Karis is just like, welcome. like dang it. Trying so hard to get like a step ahead and they're like, no.
But then when it got twisted back on her, that was a really really cool moment, except for the fact that then 2 pages later, shit came crashing down again.
Yeah. And that's like, honestly, that's just like the whole book. It's just like, oh, this happened, like trying to get like ahead, and then, oh, but wait, I'm doing this right now. And it's like, is it like, honestly, like again, one more thing, what else could possibly happen?
It's like, let them just rest for a second.
Exactly. That's what I was
thinking. Their breath.
They can't rest. Every time you turn the page, something's happened to them and they're like, dang, here we go again.
Speaking of that, I have this question as well. The Nightbringer and Karis. I'm not even like upset at them anymore. I'm just frustrated. I'm like, can you just like die? Like,
yeah, it's just so frustrating. Like Karis is just like, oh, I just want her to lose so badly. She keeps on winning, and I'm like, ah.
And then at the end. But then at the end, when she's like, or when the Nightbringer and her are like we're gonna take over the entire world, and I'm like, oh god, like I think even the book it said, oh god, no. Cause
I like the first chapter when it's like we had like his little point of view. I'm like, oh, okay, we're getting a point of view from the Nightbringer, okay.
And then we get one at the end too, the last chapter.
I was actually hoping there'd be a little bit more like sprinkled in, but it was just the first and the last chapter.
I just don't understand what the Nightbringer wants. I mean, I know he wants to release like his gin and stuff, so I'm like, really? And then also everybody else, like the augurs were saying like the humans are gonna win. So like that's just honestly waiting for something bad to happen. Like I really want something bad to happen to her for real. Like honestly. Oh my gosh. And then wait, can we talk about when Helene had to take off her mask, bro? I was like
I could like feel it. I was like, oh my gosh.
I don't know what's going to happen when her tattoo is finished.
I can hear you.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Okay, right on. I said, I just want to know what happens when her tattoo is finished.
Oh, he has more POVs than Sky. I'm waiting since the moment she met her. The Nightbringer, I just am confused by him. Like, why is he putting all of his money on Karis? Like, what does he know? What is he keeping to himself? That's what I want to know. He fascinates me more than Karis. Karis, I'm just like, can she die? Like, not even die. I want her to be tortured and mutilated, and then I want her to die.
Then you have to get over it quickly, okay?
That's why I was hoping that we would get more points of view chapters from the Nightbringer, because even in that first chapter, it was kind of like, you know, he had a wife and he had children and he was like legitimately happy, you know, and then his wife was saying, you know, like, you know, you need to protect, like, don't, you know, lose your love. And then he's like, within a year, he broke both of those promises. I'm like, dang, well, what happened?
For real. And yeah, I don't know. Karis is just, but that scene with Helene really had me messed up.
Helene, and then her poor sister just, you know, dealing with freaking Marcus, and he's just like,
well, he did,
and like, yeah, breaking her fingers, and then like we find out like she's preggers, and I'm just like, oh my gosh, it's just the stakes keep getting higher, and she's just in more danger, and Helene is just so frustrated because she can't be with her all the time.
But I was happy that Elias was out of the picture for her. Like, I wasn't worried about her having to track down Elias, because that whole time I was like, don't touch my sweet baby, okay?
Don't hurt him.
Leave him alone.
Yeah.
One thing I didn't understand, it said that she only had 2 scars from the mask. I feel like it would just be like her whole face.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's seal in like one place. That's what I didn't understand. Like, I imagine it as like or something.
Yeah, like where it like kind of like outlined on the side. Yeah. And like when the mask was like fused to their face, like when they were talking about the scar, I was like, oh my gosh, she has like this whole mask shaped, just skin like ripped off. That's what I was thinking.
I think that's why they put her with a mask on the front. I was like, why did they put this crusty CGI mask on her, looking so crusty on the cover?
I mean, let's be honest, all of these covers are pretty cheesy.
That's why I put for the thumbnail, I put the other cover because it's way better.
It's a lot cuter.
But there's something else that I was gonna say about Helene. Oh, I didn't realize that the timeline of this was so long until I realized that the sister's been pregnant this whole time. This like at least like 9 months. 9 months? More than that, like almost a year.
Yeah, and like just the fact that in stories like this, and the fact like they don't have cars or anything, like it's gonna take 3 weeks to get there. I'm like, God dang it, I couldn't imagine that.
As I like when it's like part 2 and they Darren and Laya finally get, you know, to where they're going. There's like 4 weeks later. I'm like, oh yeah, that it would take forever to get there. Right? It's like they can't hop in the minivan and just go.
I know. Wait, this took a long time because didn't she get married too in this book? That was this book, right? When they got married, or was it the end of the second book?
Pretty sure it was the end of the second one.
Second.
By then.
Still, it took a little bit of time, like at least a month, and then she got pregnant, and then the baby was there, and it grew, so it was out there for a little, like 2+ weeks. It was out there.
Elias to the soul catcher. I hate that one line where she's remembering him, like saying to her, like, if I seem different when I come back, just remember that I love you. And I'm like,
at least he did say that though, because I like if he didn't get to actually say that, that would be
heartbreaking. on like just thinking of Laya like why are you betraying me like this?
Right, like
Laya?
not understanding.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Yeah. Like when Helene's name changed to Bloodstrike, I was like, whatever, like I don't care. But when Elias's name changed to Soul Catcher, I was like, bye. Like I threw the book. I threw it. I was like, no.
Because then you just have no hope. Like, oh, he's not Elias anymore. He's this.
He's the Soul Catcher. He doesn't care about anybody, anything except these ghosts. And I'm like, I don't care about the ghosts. I don't care about them. I care about you. So stop.
Yeah. So stupid. No, that
Elias really got me messed up.
Yeah.
Messed up.
For sure.
What does he look like on the last book? Because I feel like the covers do kind of reveal a lot, though.
Oh, mine's upstairs. I don't know. I'm not getting up.
I ordered it because it was sold out on Amazon, and so then I was like, I'm not going to order it. And then I went on there the other day, and they had like 13 left in stock. So I was like, let me get it now. Let me see. Oh my gosh. Miss Helena's not on the cover.
Of the second one?
Of the fourth one. It only has Elias and Laya. Laya has a... What is that? It's like things like the Reapers have.
Like a scythe, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, she has one of those. Where did you get that, Miss Ma'am?
She looks like a badass, though.
Okay, and
I felt like she really grew into her own and became like a leader by the end of this book too. So I think,
I was finally not annoyed by her ever in this book.
Yeah. Okay, but we're
like, thank you.
Please just stop.
Okay, wait. We have to do some detective work because I'm like, what is he holding in this?
We have to dissect the cover.
He's normal, right? Like in this book, like he has his face covered as well with the hood in the third book, but he's still looking towards like you can see a little bit of the outline of his eyes. In this, you can't. But then what is that? What is this?
The bracelet.
It looks like the armband that she had.
Oh yeah.
I'm like, what is that?
Her armlet that he gave her.
Yeah.
Oh.
It's the only thing that makes him still Elias is remembering Laya.
Ooh.
Yes.
Wait, was it the slave bracelet? Yeah, the armlet. Wait, the thing that he gave Laya?
Yeah.
I thought that was a necklace, a pendant.
No, it was like an armband that he carved for her because she put it back on her arm and she touched it and he was like, yeah, that looks right when she's reaching for the armband because she lost the one that her mom had. Or she didn't lose it, I should say. She gave it away because
the piece of jewelry was always a necklace. Like 100%.
Not detective.
Right?
No, it was like
I always thought it was a pendant.
It was a circlet on her arm.
Oh, maybe I just didn't know what a circlet was. That's honestly probably it. I was like, I don't know.
Because she always touched her arm and like touched it to like draw strength from it because it was her mom's. And so
okay, yeah. Oh, and he's holding
it. I kept reading
amulet.
Amulet.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay,
Let's
we'll figure this out.
But he's holding it in the cover. That's so cute. I'm gone.
But yeah, like it's true. Like it's she's literally the only thing that makes him, now that he's the soul catcher, that kind of remembers like his humanity and that he does in fact love her and just has emotion.
Right, like I know towards the end there's a part where he has the armlet in his hand, and then it kind of goes to a point of, I don't know, you can tell that it was actually Elias speaking in like the italics or whatever, trying to claw its way back up to the surface, but
yes,
you know that meme that's like, I'm alive but I'm dead? You know that one? You guys don't know what I'm talking about? Well, that's how this book made me feel. I'm alive, but I'm dead.
I'm dead.
Is it I'm dead, but I'm alive? Something like that. And then people go, that's me.
Now I just want to look at all the covers and just see.
That's why I'm like this. That's why Miss Girl's in the middle with her mask. Because in the third book, she's on the cover too. But she's like facing away and she's like this. So you can't even really see her mask. But they were like, let's put the mask front and center because it's not going to be there no more.
Mm-hmm.
Like foreshadowing. Mm.
This book really made me feel like I'm alive, but I'm dead. I feel like Elias is very no thoughts, head empty right now. Yeah. I feel like Elias is very no thoughts, head empty. Do you have a favorite scene? I have 2.
Okay.
Oh, so should I go first? Because you guys need to think.
Yep.
Okay.
I know exactly what page. It's 311. I put this tab farther out because
so you
it was a big deal.
it was a big deal.
For me, I really liked the scene where Cook sacrificed herself, but then also I really like the scene. This is gonna be weird, but I really like the scene where Helene's sister is giving birth. I don't know why, but something about that scene really stuck with me. I don't know what it was, but I was like, it just felt very emotional, and I was like, I don't know. And then Marcos died right after, so I was like, yes.
Yeah, that
Finally.
I liked 3. I liked obviously page 311 when we found out that Cook was mother, and then 437 when like they Cook sacrificed herself, but then the aftermath when Helene was like, you knew her, the cook, and then Laya was like, her name was Mira of Sarah, though no one could hear me, and yes, I knew her, and I was like, tears.
Yes. Yeah. That was pretty rough.
Mm-hmm.
That was a good scene.
I also really liked the scene where Cook sacrificed herself. And then I also liked earlier on in the book when they like went to go fight the Carcons, don't know how you say it, before they like got to the city, and like Harper nearly died, and then she was like healing him, and she finally realized that he has feelings for her, and I was like, it's about goddamn time.
I know, right? It's like, thank you for catching up with the class.
Why do we know?
Yeah, I just love their angst, their tension towards each other. I really love that. Like, I love angst just in general. But yeah, Harper was definitely growing on me. So yeah, that scene where, he's like, only if you want it. And I'm like, yes, give it to me. And then she ruined it.
She really did ruin it. Also, how do you guys feel about this still being labeled young adult? I was talking and I feel like this is not young adult anymore because the first book is young adult for sure. And my friend who's a teacher, Allie, Miss Dunn reads, she reads that with her 8th grade class. I feel like an 8th grade class should not read this book. I don't know why, but something about this book, I was like, I don't think an 8th grade class should read this.
It's pretty gruesome.
I don't know. I think it's considered YA, but I mean, I also read this alongside the Poppy War, so obviously Poppy War is 100% adult, and then this is like the version of the Poppy War.
I think that this one's just more new adult to me than anything, but people don't label new adult fantasy, but I feel like if anything, it'd be new adult.
I don't know. I feel like it reads like a YA still.
Oh my gosh. Sorry, the gnat. It landed on the candle, so I was going to try and kill it, but then it flew away. I don't know. I just feel like if I think about it like that, like an 8th grade class reading this, especially in the beginning, because Elia and Elias were like, in the beginning. And I was like, I don't know about reading that.
That's still not as graphic as, Sarah J. Maas, which is
no.
marketed to YA.
All the things are super heavy in there. Yeah. Also, the characters are adult. Yeah, they are really adults now. Like, they were like 17 or 18. If this book passes in just 1 year, they have to be like 20 at least now.
Yeah.
Yeah, I definitely think it's like new adult, but like nobody labels new adult fantasy.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I just feel like it's not like YA. I want Miss Sabaa to come out with an adult fantasy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I think she'd do really well.
Oh yeah.
To write anything else. I'll read anything.
No, yeah, for sure.
Okay, well, I went through all of the questions that I had, so I don't know if there's anything else that you guys want to talk about specifically.
Oh, I'm an idiot. We have all of the covers right here on the back of the book, everyone.
Mine, though, doesn't have the last one.
Mine does. Oh, weird.
That's because I bought this copy before, like, the last one had a cover, probably.
Oh, and it is 100% an armlet, even in the first cover. I see it. Okay. And then okay, so she has the armlet, and Elias has
the first two covers. I don't see it in the third cover, but it's in the first two.
She has the armlet on. Oh wait, Torch Against the Night. This is Reaper. This is the third.
I don't see it.
We lost it.
Yeah, and then
where does she gave it
to?
Oh yeah.
Where does Elias get it though?
Well, is that her true armlet, or is that the one that he carved for her?
No, that's the one. The one that he's holding is the one that he made for her.
But doesn't she have it?
She gave it to him in this book.
Oh yeah. I'm just saying this book took me like 5 days to read, so I don't remember anything.
It took me a full 4 weeks.
Yeah, it took me like a month.
Okay, well,
I read it last night.
School makes my thoughts. Do you guys have any predictions for Sky?
I'm not even surprised anymore.
Do you have any predictions for Sky? I think Karis is going to get what she deserves.
Karis I don't think it's something.
I don't think that it's necessarily going to be what we want, but I think it's going to be something.
I think that too will be finished early in the book, and then we're going to figure out what that means, and then she'll die or something. I don't know. I hope so.
Yeah, I think something's gonna happen to Helene. I don't know what's gonna happen with this baby though. This baby's the freaking emperor.
I know. Can you imagine?
I know this. Like, protect this little baby because everything hinges. And I like how. What chapter was it? I wrote it down. Oh dang! Hold on. Oh, it was 13, and she was just thinking, like, that Olivia is pregnant. She's like, I can't let anybody know. Like, I can't let Karis know. I can't let, obviously the Nightbringer know, because then they'll just send people after her to try and, kill her even more than they already are. And then, like, she just steps in front of the Nightbringer, and he's like, so you're going to be an ant. I'm like, dang it.
Yeah. At that point, I was like, man, it's downhill from here.
I know. And he's like, Helene's all like, like, don't let him know, conceal, don't feel. And then, no.
You're an ant.
And then I just, like, Harper, like, just immediately, like, turned around and, like, get people to, like, Olivia, like, protect her. Like, he doesn't even have to be asked. He just takes the initiative, and I love him.
I don't know what's going to happen with the waiting place, because I feel like Elias obviously is going to come to his senses and be like, nah, I don't want to be this anymore. But like, what's going to happen with the waiting place? That's what I don't know.
To someone else. I wonder if it's going to be Karis.
Oh, and then she'd be trapped there for forever?
She would so deserve that.
That's a good one there.
But I'm going to sob.
I would like to see
I'm gonna stop. Yeah,
actually happen in the next book, because we're this close, but so far I'm like, come on.
For real. If Helene doesn't give in to Harper like at least once, being like, yes, like okay, this can be something for like at least this one moment, I'm going to be upset.
Yeah, I get where she's at though, because she's just like, I can't feel for, like, I can't show my emotions for anybody, because everybody can be used against me. She's just carrying that on, from, the last book. It's just a theme that she has throughout the series. And I just want her to be happy. I want her and Harper to do the things,
She also like really can't, because she is a woman in power, and then that will be used against her for the rest of her professional career.
Yes.
Because being a woman, it's like you could just definitely get what you want.
Yeah, she's definitely like in a kind of like a spotlight position where people are just going to be like, she's basically under a microscope.
Yeah. Wait. I saw these Scorpio memes yesterday, and they were so funny. There's this one that was so... Look at it. Hold on. I feel like I need to share this. I don't know if you can read it, but you see it has the Kermit meme?
Mm-hmm.
And then it says, Scorpio, I really like them. Scorpio to self, sabotage that shit. Burn that shit to the ground. You don't need this shit. They're lying anyways. And I was like, accurate, kind of. Hi. No, I really was laughing at these so much yesterday. There's so many. Yeah.
Bree just hit 1,000 subscribers too, so
I saw that.
congratulations.
Congratulations. Yeah, exactly.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Mm-hmm.
I'm nervous for the last book.
I know, and then our live show is like forever and a hell away.
I know, it's literally, speaking of that, I have a banner for that too. I like the ones that go at the bottom. Our next live show is going to be January 23rd at the same time as this one was, at 2 p.m. EST, and there's some other things. I did not put Nicole's time on here because I don't even know what her time zone is called.
Right now, I know it changes randomly. Right now, it's Mountain Standard Time, so it's 12 o'clock Mountain Standard Time.
I feel like I don't know anybody who lives in Mountain Standard Time except for you.
It's just Arizona.
I want to know, okay, the audiobook for the last one is longer than the other ones. The other ones were all around 15 hours.
15 hours.
The last one's like 17. So not that much longer.
It's just more time for her to rip my heart out.
Honestly, because I need like a grand finale for this series for it to like make a lasting impression, because it's still kind of just one of those series for me that's like, yeah, I like it, but it's not like I will buy collector editions right now, you know?
Yeah, I'm the same. I really like it. It's like not a favorite, but it's like really good.
I would recommend it, absolutely. Oh, yeah. But like, I wouldn't buy the collector's editions right now. So it's like, I don't know.
I really wanted to.
That it destroys me.
I really wanted to buy the collector's edition with all of those like beautiful covers.
Yeah, they're beautiful.
But it's just a lot of dollars, and then I have to like ship it here, and that's also a lot of dollars.
I feel like the fourth book is really gonna pop off. I feel like it's really gonna pop off. I want to see the ratings.
Do we think it's too much to ask for? Like, there's like somebody is gonna like be happy with somebody else.
I don't know.
But they said that it's satisfying, so I don't know what that means. So right now, the book has 2,386 ratings and a 4.51. Wow. That's really high.
That's really high.
Yeah.
It's just like
everybody has it marked as just to read. Nobody's read it except for Justice.
Let me get the romance reader in me where I just want everything to end in a happily ever after. Like, is that too much to ask?
Well, I mean, Elias has kept saying, like, you know, we will find a way. And I think that I feel like that's like foreshadowing, hopefully. And I think that the only way that can happen is if he gives the waiting place to someone else.
Somebody else. Yes.
So I think that has to happen. So if it doesn't, there's nothing happy.
Yeah, exactly.
All I've heard is that it's satisfying and it's like the only way that it could have ended. That's what I keep hearing. It's the only way it could have ended. It's not happy, but it's not sad. It's just the only way it could end.
Kind of like the Poppy, if any of you read it.
I haven't. I need to read it though.
I'm scared. Any high fantasy, I'm like, maybe let's not do that today.
Yeah, Poppy War Trilogy ended in a way that like there's no other option.
Yeah. But I've heard like such like great things. It is on my TBR. I need to read it.
Incredible. Like R.F. Kuang is a genius.
Yeah,
I know, and she's so young.
I honestly heard nothing but great things. So
I really need to read it.
I have a whole like adult high fantasy shelf, and like the only one that I read on there is the 5th season by N.K. Jemisin, and that book is completely out of my mind. Like I don't know what happened in that book. It was too much. It went over my head. And so
a lot of people say that.
I was like,
I'm reading The City We Became right now.
I know.
How are you liking it?
It's weird.
Is it weird? But it's, like I feel because I read the 100,000 Kingdom series by N.K. Jemisin, and it was still like there were parts like even at the end I was just like I'm still not entirely sure what happened, but I liked it.
The City We Became.
I haven't read it yet.
Okay, it has some like brutal words, like I don't know what words to call them.
Like graphic?
No, like
Derogatory
terms. That's it. Sorry, it took me a while.
Oh.
Yeah.
I do also have 3 Victoria Schwabs on that shelf, but this Savage Song is definitely not adult, and I don't know what is it called?
Addie LaRue?
The Darker Side of Magic. Is that like new adult? Like what is that?
It's adult, but like I read it like when I was like 17, and I found that it read like young adult even. Like it wasn't hard to read like an adult fantasy really. Yeah. It was just like smaller writing, basically.
Yeah, the Savage Song I just put on there because I wanted to keep my books together. But I have literally the Priory of the Orange Tree. I have the City of Brass. I have the 5th season, which I need to reread at some point way in the future, like 4 years from now. I have the Poppy War. I have the Assassin's Apprentice. I have the whole, like, what's that series called with the first book, The Final Empire by Brandon Sanderson? Mistborn. I have the whole trilogy.
I love Mistborn.
I have the Game of Thrones books. I have the Game of Thrones books. I have read Nevernight. I read Nevernight though, a long time ago, so I feel like I didn't understand it. I think I was like 15 or 16. So I think I need to reread it. I just don't remember it that well. I have the Rage of Dragons on there because Justice got it for me.
Oh my god, I just called that. I love it. I'm so excited.
And I have Jade City. Like I need to read all of those, and I'm scared.
Mistborn is so good.
And I have Addie LaRue on there, but I feel like that's kind of different. Like it's adult fantasy kind of, but like not. I mean, it is, but like it's not like Brandon Sanderson. Like they're very different.
Right. It's like they're in kind of like the quote unquote real world.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It's not like she created a whole
like
new
fantasy
magic system and different world.
I heard Jade City isn't even adult. I heard that it's like new adult. So maybe I'll start with that one. I know I am really decked out, and I'm scared. I did not even say. I did a 2021 like goals video, and I didn't even say to read more high fantasy. I said to read more romance and thrillers. That was it.
I think
more romance.
I think she's talking about my clothing. Because I have, she said lattice, and I have a Counterparts hoodie, but I could be wrong. But
maybe she's talking about both.
Maybe. I don't know.
We can just interpret it that way.
Yes.
It is some pretty dope merch, I gotta say.
Maybe I'll try to read like six next year. So like one for every 2 months. Okay, but I heard that it reads like new adult. Like I put it out like on Twitter like months ago asking like is it YA, like is it adult, and everybody was like it's like new adult. That's what everybody said. We're all
talking about we're just pale in comparison to Sydney.
Yeah, I look like a slob. You all pale in comparison. Come on.
I look like a slob. Girl, where? Where?
Right here.
I don't see it. I see beauty. I don't know what you're
gorgeous.
talking about.
Gorgeous.
Now you're
wearing like my worst what's it called? Like sweatshirt. Like it's covered in stains. So you're all
I put on a sweater. Let me just say I woke up at 11 and then I was up for like an hour and then I got tired, so then I fell back asleep until 1:20.
Well, that's why I messaged the group chat and I was like, hey Deja, whenever you have the link, don't forget about it.
I sent it and you were the last person.
I know. Well, because here's the thing. I usually go on my iPad, but Caleb is trying to illustrate me a new intro. And so he's on the iPad. And so I was like, I tried this computer and I don't like this quality. So I went upstairs and then that Wi-Fi wasn't working. So I had to come back. It was a whole thing.
It was a whole thing. It's okay. My computer, it doesn't have the best quality thing either, and I'm looking to have like
all of your guys' quality is good. This is like grainy. I look like an avatar.
It's not that bad. everybody, like, I've been asked before, people are like, what microphone and camera do you use to stream? And I was like, my computer? Like, I don't know what you're talking about.
Yours
My
is good.
computer? And my computer is really small. It's a Microsoft
The Surface Pro.
Surface Pro. So, like, and I have, like, Sims on here. I have Minecraft on here. I have my mods for Sims. I have my editing software. I have Photoshop. I have Lightroom. So, like, she gets a little overworked, but it's okay.
Bogged down.
She's a little bogged down, but it's okay. She's doing okay.
I do want to get a webcam though, dude. Kind of, because I do live stream a lot. So I know I'm not going to get a new computer anytime soon. So
Steph goes decked out. She got the headphones.
yes,
she has the camera, and I'm like, girl.
She has the whole, like, because she does the podcast, so she has that whole mic. She has a whole setup down there in that room. I'm like, we love to see it.
Hi, Madeline. We're legit about to leave though soon.
Oh my god.
We don't have that many more thoughts, but I am doing reading sprints at 7. I know that Jaleesa is also doing sprints, and ours overlap by like half an hour, but I'm doing them at 7 with Justice and Monty.
Oh, cute.
I know, it's gonna be a little moment, and then if anybody else wants to join, I'll just be like, okay, I don't really care. The more the merrier.
Like 6 hours last night. I'll be in the comments.
Yeah,
I'll be asleep.
Oh.
Yeah, it's kind of late for you.
Kind of late.
Yeah. I go to bed so early, it's actually ridiculous. Like last night I went to bed at 11:30 and I was like, yeah, I went to bed so late. And I was like, wait, that's actually early. I was like, how old am I? Like,
yeah.
An actual
Do you guys have anything that you want to promote? Nicole?
Anything to promote? No, not really.
Hey, you have your book club, the one with Jen.
I do. I have live streams every Wednesday talking about a different book.
Every Wednesday they talk about a different book. That's a book a week. This is why I stopped reading the books, because that was too much for me. I did it for 4.
But you would really like this cozy series.
Nicole, I'm reading Julie right now. I'm reading the Christmas tree farm one.
Oh, this one?
No, the other one, the one with apple, the apple cider one.
Oh, apple cider. Yeah, apple cider sling.
I'm reading that one.
Christmas. This will like catapult you into the Christmas spirit.
I don't know if I want to be that much in the Christmas spirit.
It's so cute. And then so we're reading this one next. It's the second one. They're on Hoopla on audiobook if you would like to read them.
I don't have Hoopla, but Nicole is getting a library.
I'm working on it.
She's making her husband get a library card so I can have Hoopla.
I am. It's in the works.
Okay, Sydney, do you have anything to promote?
I am. If you hear my dog click clacking around,
I heard that.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, go ahead. I am revamping my spin the bottle TBR game for January, so it should be cooler than in the past, so that's exciting.
Ooh, exciting. I'm actually excited. That wasn't sarcastic.
Okay, good.
I was like, oh yeah, so excited. I was like actually excited. Samantha.
I'm just trying to make it through the rest of the semester.
Oh my god, that's funny.
I'm just trying to survive.
In the next live show, I'll have something to talk about because I'm starting something in February, but it's a little bit early, so I won't tell you yet.
Okay,
coming on the way.
My quality of my videos should be going up soon though, but it kind of is gonna dip for a second because the lighting of my room, it's been so cloudy lately, so I had to use my ring light, and I refuse to not wear my glasses. In the thumbnails I took it off, but the ring light is going to be in my glasses, and that's just how it's going to be. But I got 2 softbox light last night, so in that way, like, I can point them up, so then that way I can have better lighting, and I can film over here more too, because I always film towards the corner so I can face towards the window kind of. This way I can film wherever I want on the bookshelves. So I'm excited for those.
Yeah, I have a big book haul coming tomorrow too, probably.
Ooh.
Not tomorrow day.
Nice. And I got Photoshop, but I don't know how to use it. I'm very confused.
You said enchilada.
Enchilada.
You said you were eating the enchilada. You changed your mind.
Does he have enchiladas for everybody?
Can you share the
I'm like, now I wanted gelatos.
Okay. But again, our next live show is January 23rd at 2 p.m. EST, but we'll be talking about the last book and our pain.
Heartbreak.
But that's, I guess, for the end of the live show. I don't know how to end live show.
I know.
Okay, well,
Thanks for coming.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, everybody.